break. Okay, so what about continue? Continue just simply tells that hey, when you see this value, when continue just simply means hey, go back to the beginning of the loop, okay, and take it from the beginning. I think it's just best I show you an example to explain what I'm trying to say. Now, let me put this here, okay, and I move break, say continue. Then here, before you continue, increment the index. Okay. All right. So, why I have to do this is because I wanted to check that hey, if it is in, then continue means that we are not going to see this name. Let me explain how this program is going to work out. Now, it starts with index 0. Okay, it checks the condition. Is 0 less than the length? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 names. Is 0 less than 7, which is true? It comes in here and check the name at index 0, which is Taiwo. Is it in, which is not? So this returns false. Once it is false, then all this will not be executed. Then it comes here, it prints out the name Taiwo. Then it increments the index. It goes back from 0 to 1. Now check if 1 is still less than the length of the name, which is true. It comes in here, check if the name at index 1, which is Mike, is equal to in, which is false. So nothing is done here. It comes in here, prints out this. Okay, then again increment the index to just increment the index, which is now 2. So and again checks it. It checks the name, which is Geosmart, like that. Now when it gets to in, okay, it checks if the name here, which is in, is it equals to this, which is true. So it increments the index from to 4. Okay, then continue from here just means that don't go down and execute these programs. No, from here just go back to the top to this condition and check if this thing is if the condition for the while loop is still true. Then come back into the code again, like that. So we are not going to see this name in the output. So let's compile. Okay, then execute. So we have Taiwo, Mike, Geosmart. So I don't expect to see in, but Olalekon. Yes, Olalekon. So what I mean. Continue. So it didn't go down. Then Tobore, then Debbie. That's all. So again, because to make it like can add an or statement, like saying, let me look. I think I used the or somewhere. Yes, I want to show something. You can say, okay, when it is in or, when it is in or who, Tobore, continue, Tobore, continue. So we won't see in our output, we won't see Tobore in our output, but we want to see Taiwo, Mike, Geosmart, Laleko, and Debbie. So let's try it again. Compile, then execute it. We get Taiwo, we get Mike, we get Geosmart, no E, okay, then no Tobore as well, Debbie. That's it. So that's continue. Okay, again, if I put a break here, it's just going to jump out from the loop. Okay, so when it says in or Tobore, just jump out. Since it says in first, then when it prints out Taiwo, Mike, Geosmart, you just jump out of the loop. You don't say anything else. Okay, now excuse me. Now before we go any further, I want to show off the nested loop. Okay, we can have we've seen single loop all along. Now I want to show off nested loop, public void using nested loop. Okay, let's start from now. You can combine loops. You can combine a while loop. You can have a for loop inside a while loop. You can have a while loop inside a for loop. You can have a while loop inside another while loop. You can have a for loop inside another for loop. In fact, you can have a for loop inside a for loop inside a for loop. You can have it nested as many times as you want it, as long as you know what you're doing. Okay, in this example here, I'm just going to show off just to int I is equal to 0, I is less than, let's say I is less than 2 or 3, make it 3. So we'll go from, or let me make it 1. We'll go from 1 less than or equal to 3, then I plus plus. Then I can have a for loop here, or I can have a while loop, just depending on what I want to do. Remember, you can always change the constructor of a for loop to look like a while loop, and a while loop can also be used in place of a for loop. Just a matter of personal preference. Okay, so here I'm going to say int j is equal to 1, and then j is less than or equal to 4, and then j plus plus. Then here we're going to have whatever I want to do here. I feel like doing a multiplication table. So the system int result is equal to I multiplied by j. Okay, then do the system dot out print line I would like I want to draw and read if I can do a good string for it. I multiplied by j plus result. There we go. Okay, so we have I multiplied by j is equal to result. Alright, so let's compile and see the output. Compile and execute this program and see how the result will look like. Java. Okay. Oh no. Okay, so run the old program. No problem. Still good. Okay, so we have to change the main method to run our new program. Okay, so like cp1 dot. There we go. cp1 dot using nested loop. Okay, there and there and there and there and there. Okay, so let's go on. Clear then compile again. Okay, then okay. I know can't really tell you different now, but we have 1 times 1 is 1, 1 times 2 is 2, 1 times 2, okay, 1 times 4. Let me put a break here so that we can have another line, so I can see the demarcation. Dot print line, just a blank line there. We'll just show off the demarcation. Okay, so now looking at this loop carefully, you will see now when I became 1, okay, I started from 1, and then we have 1. This is for I. Remember, you see the output. This is for I, the very first one for I, and then I is 1, 2, and 3. Now when it was 1, it entered the inner loop, and then j was being from 1 to 4. So we have 1 times j, so we have 1 times 1, 1 times 2, 1 times 3, 1 times 4, getting the result. Then we have the result output here. Then when it is done, we then printed them 2 lines just to like give a space. Then it went up again, then I incremented to 2. That was when we have 2, 2, 2, 2. When it came into this inner loop, j again took the value from 1 to 4. So again we have 2 times 1, 2, times 2, 4, times 3, 6, times 4 is 8. Then when it is done, it went back up again, incremented I, then check the condition, then again went from 3 for I, and j took value from 1 to 4 and did the multiplication. So we have this result coming out like this. Okay, I hope it's simple enough.